So I've actually can't remember last time I went to an experience where everyone made noises throughout the film.
Yeah, that's what they do.
It was ooh, ah. There's only about 4 of us in there.
Yeah, they did the same thing with the play.
Really, just wow. When you hear people are reacting like that, it must feel very satisfying.
It is very satisfying. It means that they're resonating with it, that they see the familiar in it.
I feel like the power of yourself in this was just so incredible. It's a power shift, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Is that what you want people to take away from this movie?
I never think about what people take away from it. I think the most I hope for is that they will be affected in whatever way. There are 350 million people in the U.S. I don't know how many millions of people here, but they each come with their own memories and their own issues, and you don't know how anything is going to land with them. But you always pray that they are open enough to allow you in. That's what we do as artists.
I just loved it, and it made me want to change the way I am when I came out of that movie.
Well, that's good.
So you won that one, tick. In regards to nominations, I mean, 5 times you've mentioned in your award-winning speech, which is incredible. I was so happy for you. Why do you think this one is the one that finally made, got up on that stage?
But that's probably a better question for the Hollywood foreign press. It's a powerful narrative is what it is. I always feel that when you create any narrative where the stakes are really high and actors go there, I mean, it's one thing to play an emotional scene, and it's another thing to watch actors fighting for their lives. And that's what it is in Fences, and it's hard to look away. It's hard to look away when you're in a scene with Denzel and he's saying, it's hard for me to admit I've been standing in the same place for 18 years, and a woman that just rails on him and does one of those scenes with snot dripping, that are those scenes that maybe we experience in our lives, but we want to forget. So private, so exposing, that I think it becomes undeniable.
It was so intense. And that scene that you just mentioned, I was like, yes, she's normal. Because we've all had that, haven't we? Snot everywhere. So it was so nice that was just on screen. It was so good.
Yeah.
Did you feel like it was so intense though? Because it was all set very much like the play in one place. Did you have to kind of go out and go, right, I need a breather. I need to get away from this?
Oh yeah, and not just because it was in one place, but because the emotional investment was one that was so enormous that it cost me something. In the end, it just cost me something with every scene. It cost me something to do a scene where I had to walk out and in 5 seconds or less decide to take this baby into my life and then end my marriage. That's big. I mean, after 18 years to end a marriage and to accept a baby that is a product of your husband's affair and say, I'm gonna love it, I'm gonna love her, it cost me something.
It made me just fall in love with your character. I think, wow, what amazing strength. As a lady myself who struggles with my confidence, what do you think is the advice that you would give after this journey that you've been on with your career and your life?
Oh, what advice? Advice is funny, but I just remember a teacher of mine saying, she told me after her son was going through a divorce and he really was being affected by it. And I asked her how she was doing, and she took a long time, and she said, the one thing people just don't teach us about is failure. And that probably is the one advice that I would tell people, that life is probably a culmination of more failure than successes. And your ability to feel any kind of joy and to survive is having the tools to be able to navigate your way through all of that.
Wow, thank you. Good luck with the Oscars. I'm
Thank
so
you.
excited. And please come back to DC.
Yeah,
We miss you in
absolutely.
that. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Cheers. Hi. Oh my God! Sorry.
Hey!
Zane's got a great voice.
I'll just leave it at that.
I've wanted to meet you. We haven't met each other yet.
Got some lipstick on your teeth.